My best bet for Monday Night Football in the Lone Star State between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Let's break down the matchup and find ourselves a winner to end Week 11. Now, if you've been enjoying these breakdowns, the best way to support without spending a singular dime, and it only takes 5 seconds, just like the video and subscribe for future NFL videos. Because if you're stumbling onto this channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Peter Apple, and this channel is the home for all of my NFL picks moving forward. And I'm going for my fourth straight profitable season. So if you're into that sort of thing, make sure, again, to subscribe, press the like button, and let me know what you like for Week 11 Monday Night Football in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer all the comments, just like I always do. And a reminder that this channel is sponsored by BetMGM. It is the perfect time to use promo code JustGridiron for a first bet offer up to $1,500. Deposit at least $10, and if you lose your first wager on BetMGM after using code JustGridiron, you'll get it all back up to $1,500 in bonus bets. However, gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 years or older. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, don't leave these offers just on the table. Take free money from the books when you can get them. But let's get into this game because the clear public side is the Houston Texans. Last week, the Texans covered the spread against the Lions, hurting many bettors who laid the points with Detroit, and now they are backing them. But it's interesting because the line is 7.5, but it keeps going up and down as clear, sharp money is keeping this at a touchdown. And as much as I want to fade the public here, I don't want any part of the Cowboys team. And the main reason I really don't want to take them is I don't think that this Cowboys defense is going to be able to stop Houston's offense, which eventually led me to this pick. Now, let's talk about the Lions, right? Let's talk about the Texans last game. They have an incredible offense. The Lions do. But the reason I have them power ranked as number one, and I keep pounding the table for why, is because of their elite defense. Even without Aiden Hutchinson, this Lions team ranks fourth in the NFL by EPA, and the Texans put up 23 points all in the first half, and now they get such an easier matchup. Now, the Cowboys, they have a lot of problems this year, right? Remember our future when we took them to miss the playoffs, had it right at the right time because this team is filled with them. Head coach, offense, defense, it's all terrible. But by EPA, the defense has been worse than the offense. They rank 30th overall. Remember, there's only 32 teams just in front of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. They're 26th against the pass and dead last against the run. I've talked about how disappointed I am in the Texans offense, but this feels like such a good spot for them to unleash. Nico Collins is back, which opens up so many more windows for the Texans offense. And this Cowboys secondary is still without Deron Bland, but Jordan Lewis is also out, who is PFF's highest rated corner on the Cowboys this season. On top of Nico returning, John Mechie stepped up in a big way last week, as did Dalton Schultz and Tank Dell in the absence of Nico Collins. But now he's back. Stroud has his full complement of weapons, of course, outside of Stephon Diggs. And I'm really excited for Joe Mixon in this game. He's got a really easy matchup. He's coming off a really inefficient game. And now, coming off an inefficient game facing the NFL's worst rush defense, I think he goes crazy. I don't think, though, like you're hearing all this, does anyone listening have any worries of the Texans scoring? I know I don't. This is really about the Cowboys scoring. How are they even going to be able to keep up? Well, the Cowboys have played 4 home games and are allowing 38 points per game on average. So they might not have to keep up. But here's what I'm looking at, and here's why I found value on this over. The look-ahead line for this game was 43, right? That's what the total was. But after Cooper Rush threw for 45 passing yards, and the Cowboys scored 6 points, the total then trickled all the way down to 41. But we have to remember, in the NFL, nobody is as bad as their worst game, and nobody is as good as their best game. And Cooper Rush is probably coming off the worst game in his career. Remember, just last week when he faced the Falcons, Cowboys put up 21 points. When he came in against the Lions, completed 8 of 11 passes for 46 yards. He's an established backup in this league, so one bad game against a division rival, what am I going to dock him multiple points here? And the Texans defense is also dealing with some key injuries to key players. The best defender on the team, Will Anderson, is out for this matchup. Kamari Lassiter's questionable game time decision while dealing with a concussion, and he's PFF's second best corner on the Texans. Now, the Texans, right, I don't expect Cooper Rush to have a ton of success through the air. The Texans secondary ranks 8th in EPA against the pass. but just 14th in rushing EPA. Do you remember last week when we bet on Rico Dowdle over 53.5 or over 42.5 rushing yards? He ended with 53. And at least the Cowboys' run game looked serviceable before they just had to completely abandon it due to the score, right? I think that they'll be able to be moderately successful on the ground, which should open up enough lanes here. And that's why I see a path to 17 to 20 points, right, for the Cowboys, which is what I believe Cowboys backers are betting on in order to cover the spread. They may not cover, though, because I just don't see the Cowboys stopping the Texans at all, whether that be through the air or on the ground. And due to all this, I think the move from 43 to 41 was too big of an adjustment. At the low end, I see a 24-17 type game, but I see a path to 30 points for the Texans, and I see a path to 20 points for the Cowboys. And in terms of the environment, right, we got an indoor environment with two indoor teams. We don't have to deal with elements at all, which is definitely important when you're betting on an over. And the Texans, right, in 10 games are 2-8 to the under, going under in 4 straight. They're so due for an over, and it was so good to see my model on Rithmm completely aligned, giving us a 57.2% chance of going over the total. My model's favorite total in all of Week 11, making the true line 44. Highly recommend downloading Rithmm. You can find the link in the episode description, or the description of this video, I'm sorry, to access a 7-day free trial. You can build your own AI-backed model. You can use the back-tested model with tons of prop and game predictions. And they also do other sports. If you're looking for more NBA, college football, college basketball, they got it all. So give me the over 41 points to win 1 unit, Monday Night Football, Texans versus Cowboys. I'm normally a primetime under guy, but I love this over. So if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more future videos. Let's go 1-0 on Monday Night Football. Why not us?